One of the really good things about the TI83 and the TI84 and all the TIs is that they're really good at graphing data. Um, so that's what this video is about. The first step is to enter your data into lists. And there's a video about that. If you don't know how to do that, please check that out. And then once you've entered the data into the lists, what you want to do is you want to go to stat plot here. And stat plot is written in blue above this y equals button. And that just means you have to hit this blue second button first. So I'm going to hit second, and then stat plot. And then up here, I got the stat plots. And there's 3 different plots you can choose. Plot 1, plot 2, plot 3. You can have 3 different plots at the same time if you really want to for whatever reason. So I'm just going to pick any one of them. Doesn't matter, they're all the same. Plot 1. And the first step is to turn it on. So you see how my cursor is flashing over on, but off is highlighted. That means the plot's off right now. So I'm just going to enter on. Now it's on. And there are 6 different types of plots you can make. I'll let you play around with them on your own. We're only going to do 3 for this video. The first one's a scatter plot, and you see how it looks like a bunch of dots all over the place like a scatter plot. So I'm going to make a scatter plot of homework scores and test scores. Maybe I'm just interested to see whether or not the homework that I assign influences the test scores. If it's good homework assignments, doing it well should help your test scores. So let's just see. So I'll make my X data, my homework scores. That would be the explanatory variable in this case. So let's see, I'm going to make that in L1. Remember, I entered that in L1. So I do that by hitting the second button and then hitting L1, and you note how it changed to L1 here. And then my Y data is going to be the test scores, which are in L2. It already says L2, so I don't have to change anything. And then down here, you can see there's different marks, and that just tells you what your data will look like. So the first thing here is an open circle, and the second one is a cross. And the third one's like a little small dot. I like the open circle the best, so I'm just going to stick with that. Doesn't matter which one you pick. After you've made a selection, the next thing you want to do is hit this zoom button here. So I hit zoom, and then this arrow means you can go down to all sorts of different other options too, including these 7 options here. We want to go all the way down to option 9, which is zoom stat. And zoom stat, what this will do is it will give the option the calculator believes is the best for your data and your stat plot, whichever plot you have on at the time. So I'm going to enter on option 9, and then as you can see here, I have a nice scatter plot. So that's how I make a scatter plot. Now there's 2 other types of graphs I want to show you, and you can play around with the other ones on your own later. I'm going to go back here, and one thing that you might have to make a lot is a histogram. So if you want to make a histogram, what you have to do for type is select this one, the one that looks like a histogram. So if you hit enter on that, now histogram, remember, you only have 1 data set. So that's why down here there's only 1 data set listed. I'll make a histogram of the homework scores because it says L1 there already, why not? Next thing I want to do again is hit just the, you see that A there? That A means that this alpha is selected. I don't know why the calculator does that, but it does. So I'm just going to turn that off so that way it's not selected, because if you do this alpha thing, then it will do this F3, and you don't want that. So now that that's off, I'm going to hit the zoom button. And then you don't have to scroll all the way down to option 9. You can just hit the 9. The 9 is zoom stat. So I'm going to hit 9. And here's my histogram. And you can play with this histogram however you want. Like, let's say that you wanted different bar widths. You wanted to control this bar width. So if you hit this window button here, this X scale is how wide your bar is. So right now my bar is 22.5. If I wanted to change this to like 10, make the bar width every 10, I just have to type 10 in there, then hit graph again, and then there you go. Every 10, the bar, and you can see how the histogram looks a lot different. And you can play with it in that way, changing it however you want. The other cool thing about this is a trace button, and you can actually see, it will show you that from x equals 10 to less than 20, there's one score, which is true. And then you can hit this over button to check. All these will have one score, but you can check and see what the range is and what the scores are. The last one I want to show you is how to make a box plot. And so we're going to go back to stat plot. I'm going to just go back to 1. I'm going to change my histogram to a box plot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick this one. This box plot just has the outliers as little dots. This is more of the box plot that you'll probably have to use more often. So I'm just going to select this box plot, and I'll make a box plot of the test scores this time. So I'll switch it to L2 because my test scores are in list 2. To do that, I hit the second button and then I hit L2. And now once again I'm going to hit the zoom button. Whoops. I forgot that there was an alpha there. Sorry about that. Here. So if that happens, if you get this, maybe it's a good thing that happened. Just quit out of it. And now hit the zoom button again and then hit option 9. And there's your box plot. If you have any questions about this video or anything at all about math, please feel free to stop by the math clinic at Roxbury Community College. We're located in Building 3, Room 206. Thank you very much and have a great day.